I feel very privileged, honored, and it's a great pleasure here to be with you and talk about your future, your opportunities with Japan. I'm from Japan, but I'm already settled in India. Based in Pune. I got recently Adhu Harka in addition to PAN card. So I'm 100% taxpayer to India. Same as you. Let me welcome my dear students from Japan visiting for 4 weeks in Pune and learning about Indo-Japan relations and Indian culture and practicing their English-speaking language skills. Please stand up. There are 5 students from Japan, from Kanazawa City. Welcome them. Thank you. Thank you. I think it was a little later, than I expected. Well, anyway, today I'm going to talk about look east and act global. I'd like to show you how much potential is there in between India and Japan, and particularly for you if you are very much interested in learning Japanese language. Let me go through. Today's topics for discussion: 1. Different perspective and commonness. Number 2. Secrets of Japan's recovery after the World War II. Number 3. Population pyramid in 2050 versus 2015. I will show you the future, the population pyramid of India and Japan. And number 4. India and Japan, the strongest partners in the whole world, because I do believe India and Japan can become the strongest partners in the whole world for long term. This is my belief. I have to show you why. Okay, first of all, I'd like to show you, this is the world map you're familiar with, and it's a global standard. You see where India and Japan are there. Okay, but this is not the world map that we're looking at it. Take a look at the next one. This is the world that we look at it. See, the India, Japan are much closer, and the United States looks so far away from us, right? Some people are saying that Japan is located in the very far east, but that's only from the European point of view. From our point of view, in the very far east is New York City. See, that's a difference in perspective, okay? There is a difference in perspective, but there are many things we Japanese and you Indians can share commonly. I like to show you some of the very few examples. Here, the Buddhism coming from India and spread over Japan, all over Japan. I can tell you almost all, I don't say 100%, but almost all people in Japan are going to the Buddhist temples once in a while, at least once in a year, and to pray for their future. Okay? And here is something else. Worship in nature. This is just one example appeared in one city of Ise, the Mie prefecture. These are rocks, but they are belonging to Futami Okitama Jinja Shrine. It is a Shinto shrine, but we worship all the nature. This is just an example. 2 rocks are called Meoto Iwa, the secret coupled rocks at Futami Okinawa Jinja Shrine. You can find those things in many, many other places in Japan. So we do worship the nature as God. Now the next one is 3 wise monkeys. You may have heard about them. Okay? Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. And those are the 3 monkeys. You know, as you all know about those three monkeys, every single person in Japan knows well about those three monkeys too. Same thing, right? And here is one historical moment that we have experienced last year. It was a very historical moment when the very traditional Kabuki theater has played for the first time in the last 400 years of its history in Kabuki. Mahabharata was played in Japan, Tokyo. See, this is for the first time in our history. Now, I tell you something about how quickly Japan has recovered from the World War II. In 1979, there was a book published by the Harvard University. The book was titled so sensational, it was titled as Japan as Number One. The book was talking about how Japan has recovered from the World War II. But the fact was, Japan has never been number one, of course. In the 1978, Japan has made its global position as number two in terms of GDP over West Germany, only next to USA. But remember the year when the World War II ended by the two atomic bombs dropped by the Americans in two cities of Japan. They are? Thank you. Yes, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The two atomic bombs defeated Japan and destroyed two large cities as big as Mumbai in 1 second. That defeat was a big sorrow to us, great grief to us. We're so disappointed and shocked by the defeat. But Japan has recovered after how many years? 1945 was the ending of the war. And 1978, Japan has become number two economy. Only 3 decades. Within only 3 decades, Japan has recovered as a stronger economy in the whole world. Okay, so the book is telling us like this. One click, please. The island nation's development into one of the world's most effective industrial powers in terms of not only economic productivity, but also its ability to govern efficiently, to educate its citizens, to control crime, to alleviate energy shortages, and lessen pollution. So it covers all aspects of life. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the secrets behind that quick recovery of Japan after the World War II. But now I'm not going to talk about this book, what it says, but I'm going to talk about the secrets that I experienced by myself in my life, okay? One of them, working very hard. Slowly, please. Working very hard. Japan is known as a very hard worker. Workaholics are there. Number 2, obey all the set rules. Japanese people are obeying the rules. This is a virtue of life. So when you go to Japan, you'll be surprised to see the people standing, waiting in the traffic light. If it's red, they're all waiting for the green light to come. Even there is no traffic over there. Well, depends on the location and the cities, of course. Not everywhere. All right. Number 3, punctual to schedule. Punctuality, when it comes to punctuality, the Japan's punctuality means punctual to the minute, not minutes. That's the difference. You may have heard about the news that one metro train departed from one station 20 seconds earlier than the scheduled time. And the transport company was giving the official announcement of apology. We are very sorry for this inconvenience caused. See? Only 20 seconds, not later, earlier, and they were apologizing for this. Why? Because Japanese people are so punctual, they are coming just on time to get on the train. So between these 20 seconds only, there must have been some passengers missed that train because of the 20 minutes gone. But, okay, this is just an example of how we are punctual. So be careful when you go to Japan. Things are so punctual and you have to follow that rule. Okay, next is, okay, please go ahead. Intensive planning and its implementation on schedule. Intensive planning is something else that we do. Very detailed planning we do. So it takes a long time. See, sometimes it takes too much time to make a decision. So by the time we make the decision, it was too late. India, a leader will tell you, okay, let's do this, do it. But difference is there. In Japan, because of this intensive study and planning is done, everybody knows what to do once it is decided. But what about here? If a leader, strong leader, decides something, a direction, we go to this place or this direction to go, but everybody else not knowing what to do, right? So that's a difference. So when we come up to some scheduling, planning, all the details are made. Who does what to do, how much, till when, like that. 5S Kaizen, you may have heard about them. 5S, it's a manufacturing key elements. And Kaizen is for everywhere, everybody, for all industries. Okay, I'll come back to you a little more. Teamwork rather than standing play by individual. This is very important. I know this is the most challenging part of India in its development. Okay, then lifetime employment. I'm a good example. After graduating from the college, I was working only for one company for the last 37 years till I retire from them, right? It's good, but okay, good and bad. Anyway, why I could do work only for one company? Because of the job rotations and progressive promotion system is set. So I've been always motivated and incentivized to go beyond my ability. So I was trying to do best always and set another higher goal to achieve it. And I did that. I kept doing it little by little, higher goal to set and achieve it. All right, family like working environment is something additional to it. All right, those are the secrets. And when it comes to 5S and Kaizen, let's just talk about that quickly. 5S are those 5 words starting from the letter S and Japanese language. Seiri, sorting, seiton, systemizing, or some other translations maybe. And the third one is seiso, shining, and seiketsu, sanitization. And the last word is shitsuke. So those are the 5 famous 5S. It is very well known to the manufacturing sector in India. Okay. The last one is the most important, self-discipline, shitsuke. Okay, Kaizen is a single word, but a combination of 2 words into one. Kai means change, and Zen means better. So it's a change for the better. So continuous improvement is the meaning, okay? Now, I tell you something as a secret of Japan. In all public primary schools in Japan, there is a time slot for cleaning done by all pupils every day. After lunchtime, there is a 15-20 minutes of cleaning the school class by everybody since the day one. See, look at those people. Look at those pupils. They are enjoying. They enjoy cleaning together. And they learn how to work together. How to build up a team work better. Like this. Swachh Bharat. Swachh Bharat. Are you serious? If you are serious, it has to come from home and the school. This is my opinion. Okay. All right, let's go on. Okay, there are secrets, but there is always secret behind secrets. Excuse me. With all those secrets, but there was a very important motive to all Japanese people, how we worked so hard to get the quick recovery from the defeat at the World War II. It was this: the desire to catch up with the American lifestyle. Yes, I felt that myself also. See, how many of you, may I ask you please, how many of you have watched or enjoyed the cartoon of Doraemon? Doraemon? Okay. Ninja Hattori? Crayon Shinchan? Okay, you all know, many of people, you know. Those cartoons are showing how is the Japanese life, right? Through all these cartoons, you get to know how the Japanese culture is. Same way, when I was a kid, I was watching the TV. TV just broadcast started. So there was no much channels. There was no choice but to see something. Entertainment was very scarce, very small. But everything comes from America. I was watching American drama, American movie, and American cartoons. Bugs Bunny, Popeye the Sailor Man. Many of those American movies, dramas, and cartoons are showing the American life. What a luxury. Big house, big garden, big car, big refrigerator. Everything was so big. I was in a small house. So there was a big hunger. Why don't we get that life? And when I grow older, I learned 2 atomic bombs devastated the 2 cities of ours. And that was from America. Americans dropped us the bombs and devastated, destroyed the cities, and they are enjoying that luxury life? Wow. That was an anger. So I was, as a child, I had the hunger to get better, and had the anger to fight against, but I didn't think about fighting. Okay? There was no sense of revenge, but that energy goes to, or went to, how to recover and catch up with America, which we did. See, so this was the secret behind the secret, so keep it secret, okay? Nobody will tell you about this. Officially, everybody is telling about, it's not really clear, but teamwork spirit. If you ask any Japanese why Japan has such a great recovery in such a short period of time, everybody will tell you it was because of the teamwork that we had. And again, teamwork is going to become the challenge for India. I know, from the social framework, social construction, and many historical problems and so forth. Okay, but remember, Japan has also had these kind of problems in the past. Yes, even with the Buddhism was spread over, but we had so many social problems. Some period of time we had some 4 clear caste system. Yes, Japan has also experienced 4 very distinctive, clear caste system was there for some time. So India can recover from any obstacles. This is my belief. Okay, let's go on. So the teamwork spirit is so important, know-how sharing and tutoring. Now, when it comes to the team, what are the important elements of the team? Strong team can be from 4 letters, T-E-A-M, team. 1, transparency, no secrets. Transparency is the first thing to create a strong team. Second, empowerment, because the leader cannot control everybody. Number 3, appreciation and acknowledgement. When somebody has done a great job, then you have to appreciate and acknowledge your members. Last is, of course, motivation. Why you are here in this team? Why are we doing this? Why our goal is like that? Everybody must be motivated to work harder, right? Okay, now, as promised, I will show you the population pyramid in 2015 and 30 years later, 2050. Okay, India is looking like this. 2015, it will look like this. Wow, 2050, more than 30 years from now, it will look like this. The population pyramid will become much bigger and very well shaped, like a Taj Mahal, I say. Very beautiful, very well balanced. Okay, now the population is now 1.3 billion plus, right? And the number 2 in the whole world. But after 30 plus years, it will become 1.75 billion people. This is far biggest in the whole world. See, India will become the biggest, largest populated country in the coming maybe 10, 15 years from now without any efforts. You get that. You get that. Guaranteed. I show you some other population pyramid here. It is looking like now, and after 30 years from now, it will look like this. Okay, it's a totally different shape from India's. What is this? Where is this? This is, yes, it's China. It's not even Japan. This is China. China is now reducing its population. China is going to have more and more aged people than young people. Okay? The population-wise, it's now 1.376 in the year 2015. It was number one populated country in the whole world, and it was going to be 1.348 billion. So it's getting less and less and less from now on. So India will become the far biggest populated country in the whole world, right? Now I show you Japan. I'm afraid to show you. I'm very ashamed to show you this, but I have to. Okay? Japan now looking like this. It's like 30 years from now, for China is already there in Japan. And it will like this. Look at this. 2 big aged people and 2 narrow young people. How to sustain? It's a very shaky situation, right? It's not stable like India. It's very, very scary. The population-wise, population will become 1.127 million to 107 only. So it's getting reduced and reduced and reduced. And younger population is getting less and less and less. This is the biggest mistake that Japan has made. I'm sorry to say, but I have to admit, this was the biggest mistake that Japan has made. The reasons are many. Why? Okay, I have to talk about the why in another 60 minutes, so I stop here. But look at those frames. The difference is this. See? These are from 20 to 50 years of age, which is productive age, productive population, is getting less and less. And Japan will have, look at this, if I'm still alive there, right? I'll be there. See, so my conclusion here is Japan is in need, desperate need of young manpower. In all industries where no robotics or AI, artificial intelligence, can replace the humans. We need manpower, young people. And I encourage you, Indians, to come to Japan and help us. Why not? We all welcome you, and to help us sustain our society. And I hope this is going to become a win-win situation for both sides. Okay? There is one sad news for you. 28% drop in US student visas granted for Indians in 2017. The student visas has dropped overall 17%. Even for the Chinese people, it dropped by 24%. But the highest drop for the visa, student visa granted for the Indians was the highest drop. Biggest drop coming from the Indians. That means United States of America is closing their doors to you. Not welcoming you at all. On the contrary, Japan to Indian techies rescue. Country wants to recruit 2 lakhs of IT professionals today. Today we need 2 lakhs IT specialists. And it will going to become 8 lakhs of shortages in the IT sector alone. Okay? So, many Japanese companies feel the limitations to conventional in-house innovation and hence moving towards the most advanced IT technology capabilities for which India is the most ideal partner to look at. So this is something, the opportunity lies now, today. But it's not just IT sector alone. Please, there's a big news announced by the Japanese government. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, Japan, says Japan wants to accept more foreign workers from April next year. Japan wants to start accepting more foreign blue-collar workers from April next year. Under the plan, a new visa status valid for up to 5 years in principle will be created. The new foreign laborers are expected to work mainly at small and medium-sized companies, as well as in the nursing care and agriculture sectors. Nursing care, the aged people's care, is going to be a desperate need for Japan. So we welcome all the Indian young people in the nursing sector who likes to take care of the aged people. You will be welcome. Okay? India to train Japanese teachers now, talking about the Japanese language, because when it comes to work opportunities in Japan, one condition is you have to speak Japanese. Not only skills, but Japanese language speech is a mandatory. So, Japanese government and together with the Indian governments, they agreed to increase the number of Japanese trainers, Japanese teachers in India. Okay, the government of Japan and India have opened a center in New Delhi to train the Japanese language teachers. The first class of the 3-month course began later in that day with 28 people from across the India taking part. It was announced in July. And this 3-month course, training course for the teachers, Japanese language teachers for Indian people, is totally free of charge. Okay? And the Japanese and Indian governments will launch similar courses across the South Asian country to nurture 1,000 Japanese language teachers all over the next 5 years. So It is a commitment from the both Indian and Japanese governments that to increase the number of Japanese teachers here in India and to spread cross over the India, so that many youngsters, young students can learn Japanese language and to get the opportunity to work in Japan. Okay, let me tell you something. Global Competitiveness Index from the World Economic Forum for 2017. It is showing the world ranking Japan as number 9, following Switzerland, USA, Singapore, Holland, Germany, Hong Kong, and Sweden and UK. India was already, you see, India was ranked 40. Okay? India was 40, and ahead of India is Malaysia, South Korea, China, Thailand, and Indonesia. So when it comes to a competitiveness, global competitiveness, India still has a long way to go. But India will become the number 1 populated country, populated nation in the whole world. So India should become the number 1 economy in the world someday. Why not? Must become number 1. So you still have a long way to go with a lot of efforts. Okay? With a lot of efforts. Without any efforts, you can get number 1 population. Okay? But you have to have a good efforts to become a number 1 economy. All right? Now I will show you Global Manufacturing Competitiveness Index. Okay, this is 2016, but Japan was ranked as number 4. Okay, this is manufacturing sector only. Competitiveness of the manufacturing sector world ranking. Number 1 is China. Number 2, USA. Number 3, West Germany. And India was number 11. India was number 11. Not so bad, not so good. Right? Can be better. Now, it is showing the ranking in the year 2020. The projection shows Japan still there as number 4. After USA, China, and Germany. Now, India will come up to number 5 only after Japan in the year 2020. Why not? I really like to see India to come up within the number 3 as soon as possible. And if we work together, we can do that. I am very sure that if we work together, Japan and India work together in this, India can become number 3 earlier possible. I don't care if Japan is number 5, it's okay. But only one condition, Japan should help India to grow and come up to 3. So if we work together, we can do it. All right, India-Japan relationship for 2025 is a very special strategic and global partnership. Okay, as you may know. High-speed railway Shinkansen train system is going to be introduced between Mumbai here to Ahmedabad in the year 2022 or 23. It's now going on. There are a lot of challenges here too. But if it comes out success, I think India will become much stronger in economy and manufacturing and every other sectors as well. See, to look at the number of this funding given by the government from Japan, 88,000 crores rupees has been funded by Japanese government for only 0.1% interest rate, and the repayment is 50 years. In 50 years time, you can return money to Japan. By that time, Mr. Abe, Mr. Modi, they're all gone. But still that agreement is there. Japan will make it. Right? So it's a long-term commitment between the two nations and the two countries. No matter who shake the hand, doesn't matter. It's a promise, and it's going to be happening. Okay? So, I was talking about the 3 wise monkeys. You remember? We all share. You know 3 wise monkeys, and we know 3 wise monkeys. But those are talking about evils. Let's forget it. This is my proposal for you. Let's forget about talking about evils. Why? Because there is a fourth unwise monkey here. Look at this. Look at this. Don't be an unwise monkey like this. See, because see no evils, hear no evil, speak no evil, but you are following all evils. Right? This is no good. So let's forget it. There is one good lesson from the Rig Veda, the ancient wisdom of India. Speak out, listen up, and see to all. May good thoughts come to us from all directions. And look at those monkeys. Speak out, listen up, and see to all. See, you must become those smart monkeys. Go back. You must become those 3 smart monkeys. Forget about 3 wise monkeys and get a good luck and work hard. And Japan is waiting for you to come and help us. And you will have a great opportunity. I'm sure you will. Okay? Thank you and good luck.